Who is the best example of a person? Well, I am. At least in my own head, I am the best example of a person. In my own head, there's no one who's a better example of a person than me. Other people near me, or who I know, are also quite good examples of persons, but they aren't quite as good examples as I am. You are not a very good example of a person, at least in my view. I can't see you, hear you, touch you. I'm talking to you, which makes you very like a person, but you can't right now talk back. I believe you exist, but in my head, you're not a very personish person. In your own head, of course, you are the best example of a person that you know. Your family and friends are quite good examples of persons. People you don't know, people on the other side of the world, strangers in the street, imaginary film and fictional characters, people in the news, these are all okay examples of persons. I suppose I'm an okay example of a person for you. I can talk and move. I seem to have my own opinions and beliefs. You're making assumptions and guesses about me all the time. You might even think I'm real, though I'm only the size of this screen and I'm two-dimensional. And though you can talk back to me, I can't hear you right now. In fact, I'm talking to you in the future and you're listening to me in the past. It's January 2014. Being in different times is one way in which you and me are more like a literary character and a reader than if we were sitting actually face to face at the same time. We are displaced. And in real life, we can't undisplace ourselves. Of course, we can do all sorts of things in literary fiction that don't really happen in real life. Like this. I'm him, but a bit later. We're both him, and both equally good examples of persons, at least as far as you are concerned. Well, except that you might think I'm the better example of a person because I was here first. That person has already developed a sense of me. You're the new boy. Well, yeah, but then I'm more interesting. I'm new. I'm an anomaly. I'm talking right now. All these things mean that they are doing more attentional work on me than you. Well, that was just then true, but now you've handed the floor back to me. All of that applies to me now. We're different though, aren't we? And they have to keep track of who knows what. I'm a later example of you in a different shirt. You knew that, didn't you? We're both Peter, the same character, but we're different enactors of the character. As the later enactor, I know more stuff than he knows, only by a few hours. I've also had a cup of coffee that he doesn't even know he wants yet. Of course, what we've done here isn't natural, not something you're likely to encounter in your life anytime soon. But notice how easily you can cope with it. It's not really a problem at all, is it? You can run my mind in your mind and also my mind in your mind. And you can also run what you think I'm thinking about him, and so on. You can even run and imagine the mind of the person that's operating that camera.